Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Now, today I just want to make a quick little video and just talk about how you can organize and manage your content on YouTube. Now, the reason I want to do this is because more and more people are wanting to get started on YouTube. And you know what? I highly want to support that. I want to support that because the more people that we have making YouTube channels, the more creative, unique, and informative content that we're going to get. And that's extremely important, and it allows YouTube to get bigger and bigger. So today, I want to talk to you how I organize and manage my channel. Now, the main reason why I'm talking about this and not so much just, starting up a channel is because anyone can start up a channel, but the thing is, a lot of people stop after a week, a month, or a few months, and I think the main problem behind that is that people have a hard time not only finding motivation, but they also don't know how to manage their time in terms of when to upload, how to keep everything organized, and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do today is show you how I organize everything. So this is my main file. This is my this one of my drives. I have a terabyte on here. That's another thing. If you're going to start taking YouTube more seriously, you're going to need some space on your computer. Now, you don't need a terabyte of space. I would say maybe try to get a hard drive that's around 250 gigabytes, maybe 500 gigabytes, something along the lines of that, because you want to be able to save a lot of different things. Now, I'm not going to be exactly showing you how to, make thumbnails or use different programs. I'm just showing you how to organize. So first things first, I have a lot of different folders here. Now, I'm not going to show you all these folders. I'm just going to show you the ones that I use specifically for YouTube. And I want to start with where I store all my video files. I have this folder called Where Shit Is Organized. Now, you don't have to call it this. I call it this just for the lulz. I just think it's funny to do that. So here I have all of these different folders, and I use all these folders all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and run through here. Now this is actually a little disorganized. All this stuff is a part of the Bandy wagon. Now, what I should do is put all of these pictures into a specific folder for the Bandy wagon just in case I want to update that animation, which I'll probably do eventually when I do update the animation. But anyway, this folder is Action Essentials 2. This is basically my special effects folder. This is not something I expect you guys to have. This actually cost me about 150 bucks to get. I have all these different special effects, like atmosphere effects, blood effects, I don't know, fire, glass, smoke, water, textures. I actually use one of these textures. I don't remember which one it is. I don't know where exactly it is, but one of these textures I use in the How Nathaniel Rage series. Yeah, that's pretty simple. This is not something that you need to have. Like, you don't have to have this pack. I'm talking about this pack because if you're a guy that wants to add special effects to your videos, I would have a specific folder to hold all of your special effects. So, very important thing to do. Let's see, this is for Carl's channel. This is not as important. I've helped him create, when he first started his channel, I helped him create thumbnails, banners, stuff like that. This is just fan art. This is more special effects. This is different though compared to this one. These special effects are already they've already been keyed out, which basically means I don't need to do anything to the effects to make them look the way they do. There's no background behind them. They're completely transparent. These are green screen effects. I have all of these just kind of saved in this folder, and sometimes all I need to do if I want to use one of these effects in my video, I just need to key out the green. Keying out green or green screening in videos, that would take another day, another tutorial. Pretty simple to green screen, honestly. So again, just the important thing is put everything in a place. Everything has a home. Let's see, so let's go into, before I get to the main editing, I want to show you music. Now this is something that's going to be incredibly useful if you're a game channel and you like to add music to your backgrounds. Now, first off, before we get to video game music, I have all of these different packs and sound effects. I use a lot of these sound effects to add emphasis to things that I'm animating. So let's say I'm throwing a thing of text on the screen, if I'm having it pop up on the screen. I'll usually add some sort of sound effect from here. Now, there's lots of websites where you can just find like sound effects packs, and you can use them for free. There's nothing wrong with using them. I have an ambience pack. I've actually never used the ambience pack, but I'll often use, the fight sound effects. Like if I want to add a punch to something, I've got some body punch, got some kick sound effects, flybys, headshots, a lot of punch sound effects. What I probably most often use is the swoosh sound effects. These are things that you see in movie trailers. You'll see, you know, the movie title just kind of swish onto the screen. You hear that, or whatever. You know what sound effect I'm talking about. So I have a ton of those, and again, you can find these for free online. There's a lot that are public domain, which basically means you can use them without having to worry about getting hit with a copyright strike. So, very important to store all those in a separate place. When I had my Mac, I actually had all these loaded into iTunes. If you want to do that as well to help organize your sound effects, you can do that too. So let's talk about video game music. As you can see, I've got a lot of games here. I've got a lot, a bunch of Mario stuff, some Mario Kart, Sonic. Now, there's a reason I have all these folders. All these folders actually have entire original soundtracks from each of these games. Now, I do this because when I first started to really take YouTube seriously, I found myself downloading the same original soundtrack over and over and over again, and I was getting kind of tired of doing that. So what I decided to do was to just find a game where I like the music, and because there's plenty of places on YouTube that features the whole OST for that game, and just simply download it all to a folder. So like this is all the songs from Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario Kart, Smash Bros. Very important that I get the Smash Bros. Music because it's a fantastic soundtrack. This is something that takes a bit of time to do. I can show you, there's plenty of websites where you can just, excuse me, there's plenty of websites where you can simply download the video game music right off of YouTube. So I would definitely recommend that. If you're a gaming channel and you want to add gaming music to your videos, if you think you're going to use that song more than once, save that song and put it in a folder. Now, you don't have to go quite to this extent. I do this just so I can have a large variety of music to use in my videos. Well, this is how I organize that. So, let's go ahead and go into the main editing folder. So, this is basically folders for all of my main series. This is not every single series that I have, but there's a reason I have all these organized, and I'll show you why. So let's first go into this end cards folder. So this is basically where I hold all my end cards, including Carl's end card. I went ahead and made that for him. I have a bunch of project files. I have the After Effects and the Premiere profile of the end cards. I save these project files because if I want to edit my end card in the future, then I need to make sure that I keep the project files so I can edit them. That's another thing. You want to make sure that you organize everything into specific folders as well as keeping things. Archive your project files. Don't just delete them after you're done. And you don't have to use Premiere or After Effects to edit. You can, of course, use Final Cut Pro, Sony Vegas, whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, really, there's no bad editing program if you ask me. So that's for the end cards. The grading series, I have, again, it's a very similar setup. This one's a bit more complicated. I have subfolders for different types of things, like I'll hold gameplay in certain folders. This is for the Splatoon series. I hold the special pictures, the sub-weapon pictures that I use in the actual videos. I put my voiceovers in this folder, and this is just additional pictures that I use for the actual series. So I kind of do this for every single series that I have. Now, I have had more folders in the past, like the prediction series, concept series, but when I kind of canceled those series, I just took down the folders because I didn't really need them. And again, for Howl Nathaniel Rage, same thing. This is actually Super Mario Maker. I still have these folders. I haven't deleted them yet. That's another thing. Once you finish a project, I recommend deleting the raw files because it really builds up space on your computer, and you want to try to keep everything as efficient as possible. Once you're done with something and you're absolutely sure you're not going to touch it again, just delete it and get it off your computer. So I have all the face shots, the gameplay, the rage faces. I have the rage shots in a subfolder. So pretty simple. Oh, and of course for the intro, again, I have a subfolder for that, a bunch of files for that. So I mean, again, just putting everything in folders is very important. I have a folder for all the intros, including the Spirits and Vector Star Production, hashtag, wow. Spirit/the Angels, logo and banner stuff, that's not quite as important for you to look at. And then top 10s, same kind of thing. So I hope that helps you at least organizing your video files. Now, before we talk about organizing your thumbnails, because that's important, I want to talk about scheduling your videos. This is something that I think a lot of people have trouble with. When they first start YouTube, they'll say, okay, I want to make this video, and this video. You know, people will make like 5 videos, and then they'll just be like, what now? What do I do now? Well, here's my tip. Make a schedule, okay? Now, the simplest way to do that is to use Google Docs. It's a cloud program that's completely free for Google. You don't have to use Google Docs. You can use Microsoft Word or whatever Word document or Excel spreadsheet you're comfortable with. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my schedule from last year. So this is what my schedule looked like from last year. As you can see, this is all the videos that I posted week by week. And oftentimes I would write these videos down weeks ahead of time, sometimes even months ahead of time, to try to prepare myself to make the videos. Because the thing is, if you have these videos already written down somewhere, it's going to motivate you. It's going to kind of set like a mental deadline in your brain where you'll think, oh man, I got to get these videos up. So I'll talk about the color coding now. You don't have to color code. I do this to help stay organized. Basically, when I go through the weeks, I color code everything in yellow, which basically means the video is completed and I don't have to worry about it. If I have like a time-sensitive video, I'll highlight it in red, or if I really need to invest time into a specific video, I'll color code it in light blue or pink, or an orange or whatever. I've only had to do that a couple times. So that's what my schedule looked like for 2014, and that's essentially how I organized it. Now, I'd like to talk about... I'll show you how I organize the Rage videos, too. Just another way to organize things. So as you can see, I had all the games listed here at the very top, and then I had all the Rages written down, and the prizes, so that way when I'm writing the scripts for these videos are easy, by the way, but anyway, when I was writing the scripts, I was able to keep track of what Rages I was going to have my narrator say. And, yeah, simple as that. Actually, for the 2015 column, I have another column here which says who is narrating, and I have that listed all across here. But you guys can't see that. I'm sorry, because there's some secret stuff that you can't see. So that's kind of how I organize things. You don't have to go to this extent, but I would recommend writing some sort of schedule down. Like, just anything to help you stay on track. If you can stay on track, that's going to help you grow as a YouTuber. So I just want to real quick, this video's gone on a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm probably going to split this into 2 parts, or I may have already done that. Let's see. I guess the last thing I'm going to talk about is thumbnails. Thumbnails is actually quite important. Oh, another thing. I would have a separate folder which has all of your videos basically ready. You can't see some of that stuff. Well, I don't know if I'm going to block. I might block some of that. But anyway, have a folder with all your final exported videos and just keep it all in here. Or just keep it all in one folder. Mine's just called Ready for NB's channel. When I was editing Let's Play channels, I did also have Ready for NB's LP channel, so I could keep organized which videos were going on which channel. So now real quick, let's talk about thumbnails. Now here's the thing, I recommend using Photoshop to make thumbnails or Illustrator, but you don't have to do that. You can use a free software called GIMP, and if you want to learn how that works, there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube to look that up. I'm not going to show you how to organize that stuff. I'm simply going to show you what I do, essentially, to organize my thumbnails. So this is all of Nathan's thumbnails, the Spirit. I call it Sea Loves Crap just for the lulz. I haven't made thumbnails for him in a while because he doesn't really make videos on his channel anymore. But I have 2 different folders for the main channel thumbnails and the LP thumbnails. So let's go ahead and hop into here. And, oh, look at that. That's a really old banner. I don't even need this anymore. So as you can see, I have more things saved here aside from just thumbnails. I have a bunch of different Photoshop files, so that way if I need to update my border or anything like that, I can do that right through here. So let's go ahead and go into thumbnails. So as you can see, I have a lot of folders here, and all these folders hold all of my original thumbnails. Now, I don't technically have to keep my thumbnails, but I do just because it keeps things much more organized, and it, again, helps me stay on track with what I'm doing. So let's just go into, I don't know, the top 10 thumbnails. Now, since I've been making top 10s for 5 years now, wow, 5 years, that's a long time, I have them all organized in different folders. And I also have the original Photoshop file so basically, all I need to do is open up this file, edit the top 10 thumbnail that I need to, and then put it inside one of these folders. So let's just go into 2014, and I have all the thumbnails saved right here. And this is essentially what I do for all the thumbnails. Again, there's really not that much of a reason to save the thumbnails, but I do it just to keep things more organized. Same kind of thing for the Let's Play channel. So, well, another thing what's really cool is all of these were actually created from the Nintendo project. Shoutouts to him. He went ahead and made all of these individual faces for the thumbnails, and I really appreciate him doing that. And again, I have all the original LP stuff, all the LP files saved. This is LP borders, you know, like the LP logo, the channel art, stuff like that. And then I have custom thumbnails, or I have folders holding every single thumbnail from all the Let's Plays. I don't know, going to New Super Luigi U. And all the thumbnails are in there. So, I guess my main thing is to take out of this video, schedule your stuff and just keep things managed, okay? You don't have to go as far as I do, but I do that just because it helps me feel much more organized. And this isn't even everything that I do. I definitely do a bit more to stay organized, but this is just the basics, I guess, in terms of what I do. If you want to learn how to download YouTube videos, there's a really good program called Free YouTube Downloader. If you just Google it, you'll be able to get it no problem, and it works really well. Super simple. You can easily, you just go into preferences to basically allow the video that you're downloading to go into a specific spot on your computer. So, simple as that. If you have any other questions, if there's any other sort of tutorials that you want me to make, just let me know. Leave a like or a dislike. I am perfectly okay with either. Hop on the bandwagon and follow my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Tumblr. Whee, look at it go! Okay, so I will see you all later. Bye, guys.